I'm really honored to be here. Thanks so much to Timor-Leste, to UN Women for including Spotlight Initiative in this amazing event. All protocols observed. The UN Spotlight Initiative was launched in 2017. As my dear friend Renaud mentioned, we were launched with 500 million euros as a seed investment from the European Union, who had a real vision that deep investments in countries like Timor-Leste that had this brilliant foundation already in place could really leverage something deeply impactful in the lives of women and girls. It was a true vision that they saw a partnership with the UN as a means to launch. Since then, since 2017, we've managed to expand this brilliant foundational partnership to include others, including Belgium, the Netherlands, Ireland, and the World Bank Group. And we're bringing some more partners on board as we speak. Spotlight Initiative was designed to identify and elevate what works in the UN system, to unstick the institutional bottlenecks that we're familiar with, to progress and facilitate whole-of-society investments for real change in a relatively short period of time. Essentially, to do everything, everywhere, all at once. Of course, the UN cannot make lasting impact without national partners. Our high-level engagement with governments, from offices of the President, Prime Ministers, to Ministers of Finance, Defense, Gender, Health, Education, and others, help create a platform for policy change. This makes it clear that eliminating violence against women and girls is everyone's responsibility, as we have heard so clearly already today. As we've heard, one of the places that we had the absolute privilege to launch a Spotlight program was in Timor-Leste. We were launched in Timor-Leste as the country's largest and most comprehensive effort to end violence against women and girls. Working hand in hand with 21 civil society organizations across national and municipal levels, we invested $4.4 million in local efforts to drive transformational progress on gender equality. Thanks to these efforts, nearly 24,000 women and girls reported increased knowledge of essential GBV services. More broadly, we reached over 600,000 people with messages challenging harmful social norms, working at every level of society to drive enduring change. The program also helped shape systems and policies in the country which continue to bear fruit today. It supported critical legal reforms, which Renaud and others have mentioned, including the law against violence and harassment in the world of work and the law for the protection of children and youth in danger, and helped the Timor-Leste Press Council launch the country's first national guidelines for journalists reporting on GBV. It also equipped stakeholders with 14 legal knowledge tools to monitor and evaluate the implementation of new laws, and strengthened GBV data systems across ministries and civil society. The program also deepened capacity for gender-responsive planning and budgeting, providing training to over 300 government officials and placing gender specialists within municipal and ministerial working groups, while boosting the capacity of civil society to monitor public budgets. Even in the face of crises in Timor-Leste, Spotlight remained responsive and resilient. During COVID-19 and Cyclone Seroja, the program quickly adapted, pivoting to virtual tools, continuing critical services, and providing psychosocial support to survivors of violence. And these incredible results are not unique to Timor. Top-line results from the rigorous evaluation of our first 5 years showed that we have successfully demonstrated proof of concept. Spotlight programs work comprehensively to prevent and respond to violence against women and girls. From previously disconnected and small-scale project, I call it the scatter and stir effect, the initiative unifies communities, civil society, governments, the UN, donors, and experts under a common approach rooted in local solutions. Data shows that Spotlight Initiative's approach is 70 to 90% more effective than siloed or single-focused projects. And it's conservatively estimated that by the end of this year, the initiative will have prevented 21 million women and girls from experiencing violence. This is impact at scale. As a designated high-impact initiative, we advance effective joint implementation under UN reform, deliver on efficiency and value for money, and ensure resources reach national and local actors. In this time, as donor budgets decrease, resources must be utilized strategically on programming that will achieve the greatest possible impact. Spotlight Initiative's experience in Timor-Leste and globally proves that transformative gains can be achieved relatively quickly when the UN comes together with partners from the grassroots to the highest levels of government. Thank you very much.